And we welcome you to Friday night all back to our country, so we'll be right back. And once again, we kick things off here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs, Florida. We want to thank those that serve our country and pay our respects to the great country that we live in as the flags and the colors walk off the field. Once again, here from the Sportsplex, glad to be out here tonight. This is another annual matchup of two local high school football teams, Coral Springs Charter, the Panthers, and Coral Glades High School, the Jaguars. They host on this homecoming night and hope to see that they keep the school spirit alive so they can go and have a good time tomorrow at their dance. So you didn't get a chance to see the coin toss, but here come the Jaguars from the home side. And the Panthers won the coin toss. They deferred to the second half of play. And Coral Glades will start this game off on offense. So once again, thank you for joining us here tonight. If you've joined us here before, you know the deal. At HSPN Sports is the Twitter handle. At HSPN Sports is the Twitter handle. It'll be active all night. Give us a shout out. Hit us up at any point during the broadcast, and we'll be sure to get to you. Once again, we'll watch HSPN all over the place. Bleacher.com, FloridaGridironPreps.com, High School Football America, and FloridaHSFootball.com. Panthers back to kick it off. We're going to start things off the right way. Kicks up. It's decent. And there's a massive pole. So once again, if you joined us here before from the Sportsplex, you're very familiar with the massive pole that sits right in front of the box. And unfortunately, folks, there's just nothing that we can do about it. So Coral Glades, the Jaguars, make their way out onto the field with the offense. Cameron Brooks leading the charge, starting quarterback for the Glades Jaguars, their offense. Bunch of impact players. We'll get to them right away. Keon Henry, Jamari Brown, JT Taylor are the three impact players to watch in tonight's broadcast. Cameron Brooks going to start things off under center. Double set wide receiver to the near and far. Got motion to the near side of the field. Brooks is going to dump it off to Samuels. Samuels is going to try and see that he throws in the air. Wide receiver not open down the field, but they're going to call it complete. Here close to their own 50-yard line, folks. First possession of the game for the Jaguars, and the offense is taking a chance. Cameron Brooks, a quick little toss to the near side of the field to Devon Sam, and he uses his ability to dump it down the field. And they're going to come up with a huge play, 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. All right, getting the clock worked out here. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Brooks in the shotgun. He's going to get it off to his running back. First play of this possession, or second play, I should say, for this possession. It's going to be a short gain on the play, maybe 2 or 3. And that looks to be number 1 on the carry for the Jaguars. The senior running back and outside linebacker. You're going to see a lot of action from him tonight. Coral Glades, very consistent with rotating running backs, so you're going to see a lot of action out of a lot of different players. Laporte is the running back to watch right now. Cameron Brooks, once again, in the shotgun position. To Dion once again. Dion's going to see his way to the near side of the field. Another short gain. And with the spot, I think he's going to come up short of the first down. It's going to bring a 3rd down situation here for the Jaguars. It's going to be 3rd and a long yard for the Jaguars here. Brooks makes his way out to the huddle, and the Jaguars take the line. 10:48 on the clock here in the first quarter of play. 0-0 score. The Jaguars, once again, pistol formation for the Jaguars. They give it up to Gonzalez Laporte one more time, and he's going to power his way through a Panther defensive line. And that's going to bring up a gain of probably 6 on the play with a 1st down for the Jaguars. First and 10 situation. You're probably on their own, the Panthers' 37-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Brooks alongside Gonzalez Laporte in the shotgun position. You got 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. We got a whistle on the field. Brooks is going to see it to the far near side of the field, and it's going to be picked off by number 20 for the Panthers, which was supposed to be just a short little pass play, was picked off by number 20, and excitement here from the Sportsplex. Charter's going to take over on offense for the first time for the night. Defense stepping their stuff up here. My goodness, folks. Cameron Brooks is probably in his head right now, trying to figure out what the heck went wrong. Once again, number 20, that's Tristan St. Fleur, the wide receiver, defensive back, class of 2017. On the interception. And from the Jaguars' 45-yard line, starting quarterback Sepulveda gets the ball with 3 running backs on the field. He's going to take it deep down the field to the wide receiver. Great coverage on the play by the Jaguars. Pass is going to come up incomplete, way out of arm's reach of the Panthers wide receiver. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers here on their first possession of the game. 0-0 on the scoreboard. 9:26 on the clock. Once again, starting quarterback number 12 for the Panthers, Jordan Sepulveda. The near side of the field. He's going to get lined up. Sepulveda is going to give it off to an option read to the left side of the field. It's going to be a decent gain on the play. More than decent, a great gain on the play. And that looks like number 27 on the carry. And if I'm thinking who it may be, that is Michael Carrion. And looking here on the roster, yes, it is Michael Carrion, the linebacker, running back, class of 2017. Powerhouse running back. You're going to see a lot of action if he stays healthy tonight. Sepulveda back. Once again, 3 running backs in the backfield. He's going to give it off to one of them, to his right side. It's going to be a short gain, if any, on that third down situation. It's going to be a loss of yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down situation here for the Panthers, and they're going to send out the special teams unit. So first possession off an interception from Brooks for the Jaguars. Number 20, Tristan St. Fleur, picks it off at the cornerback position. Crosses over into Jaguar territory, and an unsuccessful possession for offense for the Panthers. Snaps back for the punt team, and it's a fake punt, folks. The punter got the ball. He tried to run it to the far side of the field and then throw it on the run. I want to say number 71 right there in the camera, 77, 71. Not sure what the thought process was there. I'm sure if the punter set his feet, he probably would have had a better pass, but not very good situation here for the Panthers. Jaguars back in great field position. I want to say from their own 40-yard line. They're going to take over on 1st and 10. Cameron Brooks, number 2, leading the charge. Still scored 0-0. We're going to have trying to figure things out here. Got 2 wide receivers set to the right side of the field. Brooks is going to give it off for the run once again. I want to say, yep, that's a gain of probably a yard from Gonzalez Laporte, number 1 for the Jaguars. They're going to pick up actually probably 3 yards on that play. So 2nd down and 7 for the Jaguars. 7:36 on the clock. 0-0 score. Doubles wide receiver set to the right side of the field. Brooks in the shotgun position alongside Gonzalez. And he's going to give it off to Gonzalez Laporte one more time for another short gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down situation here for the Jaguars. And a decent gain for Laporte, Gonzalez Laporte. And that's going to be probably 3rd and 5 situation for Brooks and this Jaguar offense. Jaguars looking for a good 3rd down conversion here from their own 45-yard line. Doubles wide receiver set to the near side of the field, as you can see. Brooks is going to see what he can do with his feet and his arm. He feels the pressure from the defensive end. And, folks, we got a penalty flag on the field. I think they're going to call pass interference. He tried to see to it that number 6, Sam Oshadi, on the route, got the ball, but Brooks felt pressure immediately from the Panthers defense. It's going to be pass interference. Wait for the official call here. That's going to be a 1st down for Coral Glades. The call is official. It is a pass interference against the Panthers defense. We're going to get a 1st down for the Jaguars. That's going to be unsportsmanlike. 1st and 10 in Panthers territory. For I want to say the 2nd time tonight. This is the 2nd possession for the Jaguars. Cameron Brooks looks to keep it in the air this time. Screen pass to the left side, far side of the field. In and out of the hands of Dion, number 1. And you can see the frustration on his face. Not catching that ball. 6:11 on the clock. A 0-0 score. Trips to the near side of the field. And Brooks, once again, is going to see what he can do with his arm. He's flushed out of the pocket. He feels the pressure. Trying to see if somebody's open. Somebody is open, but I'm not sure if that was actually crossed the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up a third down long situation. If it was across the line, probably 1 yard maybe.
No, on the single side. On the single side.
Yep, that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Jaguars.
On the single receiver side, he's only looking at one man. No, he's staring down the receiver.
Brooks
He's turning his back.
in the backfield alongside Gonzalez Laporte. He's going to see what he can do in the air this time. He's going to dump it off to the wide receiver along the way. And, folks, almost another interception by Tristan St. LaFleur, number 20. And you see the excitement for the young man. He wants Brooks to throw it his way. He's feeling the confidence, and I wouldn't doubt it if he gets another interception sometime tonight. Brooks unsuccessful in the air to the wide receiver. Just a simple go pattern. In their second possession of the game. Once again, Cole Glades came out. Charter ball here in the first half, so Glades unsuccessful both times in their 2 possessions, and now they got to punt it off and see what their defense can do. And it's going to go out to the 15-yard line. A great punt there by the Jaguars. And Jordan Sepulveda, the quarterback for the Panthers, makes his way out to the field alongside this Panther offense. Still 0-0 score here in the first quarter of play. And want to give a quick shout out to those that made this broadcast possible tonight. Florida High School Football, City News Magazine, M&L Insurance, Remax and Vantage Realty, and Premier Networking Alliance. We thank you for your support of the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation, as well as HSPNsports.com and the student athletes participating in tonight's game. Back to the action here, just waiting on the Panthers to take the field. I believe this is going to be their second possession on offense tonight, and they're going to start things off from their own 15-yard line. 5:45 on the clock. And Sepulveda still in the backfield, got 3 running backs. One's going to motion to the left side of the field, and he's going to see what he can do in the air. He looks to the far side. The quick out is incomplete to Michael Carrion.
The line's showing everything. If their hands are up, it's a pass.
And there's going to be a penalty flag on the field. Going to find the white cap for you.
Face mask.
Easy call. Face mask
Pass incomplete.
against the Panthers. Pass is still incomplete. Panthers are going to make their way forward on a penalty. It's going to bring up first down and about 6, maybe a long 5. 3 running backs in the backfield alongside Sepulveda. And he is met as soon as he gets the ball. Michael Carrion is the running back. And that is going to be a loss of yards on the play.
Center let him go. A-gaps. Yeah, they didn't touch it.
Jaguars are just taking advantage of their strength on the defensive line, and they just blew through that Panthers offensive line. That's going to bring him back to the original line. It's going to bring up second down and 10 yards for the Panthers.
Pass play. Tackles give it away.
All right, Sepulveda still in the shotgun position. You got 3 running backs in the backfield, and we got some movement on the line. That's going to be a false start against the Panthers. Moving backwards. 5-yard penalty. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for Charter. Only 1 running back in the backfield this time for the Panthers alongside Sepulveda. We got trips to the left side of the field, and Sepulveda's going to keep it on the ground to Michael Carrion. Going to be a no gain on the play for the Panthers. Going to bring up a third down situation. A third down and very long situation here for the Panthers offense. Only their second possession here tonight on the offensive side of the ball. Here in the first quarter, a 0-0 score. 3:59 on the clock and counting here in the first quarter of play if you just joined us right now. But Panthers, once again, trips to the left side, near side of the field. Got trips a bunch. Sepulveda, he's going to see his way with his arm. He's going to throw it down the field. Wide receiver's wide open in between the corner and the linebacker, and he's going to bring it up complete, but it's going to be well short of the first down, even though it was a gain of about 10 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and about 5 for the Panthers, and they send out the special team units on both sides of the field. Punt is up. Not the best one, but it's going to get them back in their own territory. Jaguars, third possession of the game. Brooks is going to make his way back out with the Jaguar offense, trying to find some success. Once again, 0-0 score here in the first half as we make our way out pretty soon. 2:50 on the clock. And Jaguars make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Brooks in the pistol position with Dion Gonzalez-Laporte. Doubles wide receiver set. Sam O'Shaughnessy going to make his way across the field. It's going to be a fake the speed option. Or excuse me, speed. The read. He's going to give it up to Dion Gonzalez-Laporte. And it's going to be a loss of yards on the play. 2nd and 14 for the Jaguars. Brooks and Gonzalez-Laporte in the backfield, trips to the far side of the field. Brooks is going to look to see to do it with his arm. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket once again on the near side of the field. He's going to see someone open down the field, but it is in and out of the hands, and even if it was caught, probably out of bounds. Incomplete for the Jaguars. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation here for the Coral Glades. Trips once again to the far side. Brooks and Dion in the backfield. Brooks is going to see to do it in the air once again. He's going to throw the quick screen to the middle of the field. Dion catches it, but it's going to be well short of the first down. 4th down again for the offense. A slow start for both football teams here on the offensive side of the ball. Still 0-0 score here. 1:37 left in this first quarter of play. And both teams are trying to figure out what's going to work. Punts up in the air. It's going to be high and short. And a terrible bounce, so probably had a better chance just going for it right there, if I may say so myself. But, hey, got to get the special team some action as well. So the Panthers offense is going to make their way back out on the field. Once again, the Twitter handle is live and active at HSPN Sports. At HSPN Sports is the Twitter handle. Hit us up at any point during the broadcast. Questions, whatever you got for us, hit us up. And SchoolFootballAmerica.com and Florida Gridiron Preps for broadcasting tonight's live stream on their platforms. Also, shout out to the city of Coral Springs for producing this game as well. And if you're in Coral Springs, you could watch it on your TV. Don't have to limit yourself to your computer. So back to live action with 3 running backs in the backfield. Wishbone set for the Jaguars. Brooks is going to line up under center. Panthers are going to show blitz, and they're going to give it off to Deion Gonzalez-Laporte one more time. It's going to be a short game, maybe 3 or 4 on the play. Going to bring up second down for the Jaguars. From the Panthers' 37-yard line. Jaguars take the line of scrimmage one more time. They're going back to the wishbone set. Brooks is going to be up under center. He's going to get off to the fullback this time. And it's going to be a big gain, and that's going to be Jeffrey Clinton. Usually see him at the starting linebacker position, but there he's going to be there at fullback, and it's going to have a very successful play right there for Jeffrey. And Jeffrey Clinton, number 34, is his jersey number. He's going to bring up first down and take us into the second quarter of play. We're going to change sides of the field, and unfortunately that's not very good for us because if you've watched the broadcast with us here at the Sportsplex before, we're going to run into some issues with a massive light pole that is in the way. Once again, we want to give a quick shout out to those that made this broadcast possible tonight. Florida High School Football, City News Magazine, M&L Insurance, Remax and Vantage Realty, and Premier Networking Alliance. Thank you for your support of the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation as well as HSPNsports.com and all the programs that are provided for the student athletes participating in tonight's game. Once again, Ryan Stout bringing you the action here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs. We thank you for joining us here tonight on HSPNsports.com. And we hope that during the process of this game, you get a chance to check out our web portals, whether it's on HSPN Sports or Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation, kdafoundation.org, and seeing what's going on. And you can also see everything that's going on our Twitter handle as well. So back to live action. Deion Gonzalez-Laporte gets the ball one more time. He's going to run it right off tackle on the right side. And it's going to come up with a decent gain and bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Jaguars. Once again, impact players for tonight's game for the Jaguars: Keon Henry, JT Bailey, and Jamari Brown. Had a chance to feature them last night at our first midweek presser, featuring guys from Coral Glades and Douglas. And as you can see, Brooks is going to try. He's going to fake the run. He's going to roll out to the far side of the field and see to it that his wide receiver gets a chance. And it's going to be way out of arm's reach, incomplete. But there's also a flag on the opposite side of the field. And that's going to be against Coral Glades, an ineligible receiver downfield. Once again, we started off things here in the second quarter. 0-0 score if you just joined us. Just 11:16 on the clock. Scratching the surface here in the second quarter of play. Both teams struggling to see that they get points on the board. Jaguars offense takes the line of scrimmage one more time. 2nd and about 12 for the Jaguars. Snap is over the head of the quarterback, and he's just going to grab it. He's going to slide to the ground. It's going to be a fumbled snap. Bad exchange. And he's going to make the smart move of just grabbing it and hitting the ground. Not taking any chances getting sacked any more yards or a scoop and score situation. So it's going to bring out a 3rd and forever. 25-plus yards probably for the Jaguars offense. Brooks in the backfield alongside Deion. Trips to the near side of the field. Brooks is going to roll out to the near side. He's going to see what he can do. And he's going to pass incomplete. And not even sure who pass was intended to. Couldn't really see what was going on behind that big old pole. But special teams unit is going to make their way out, 4th and forever for the Jaguars. It's going to be a short punt once again. And it is caught, and he is tackled immediately way back in their own territory. A decent punt for the field position that we have now. Looking for a yard marker. And it looks like the Panthers are going to start things off on offense deep into their own territory, probably from their own 11-yard line. Sepulveda in the shotgun position alongside one running back. Got motion to the far side of the field. Want to say his double wide receiver set to both sides. He's going to give it off to Michael Carrion, the starting running back. Number 27, he's going to power his way through a couple broken tackles. And he makes his way out into open field. He's going to run out of bounds. He's going to stop the clock and bring up some great field position. First down situation here for the Panthers. Probably their best play on offense thus far in the game. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Trips to the near side of the field for the Panthers. Sepulveda, he's going to give it off to his running back once again. He's met immediately by the Jaguars' defensive line. It's going to be a tackle for a loss. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and long situation here for the Panthers offense. Second and long. Just a loss maybe of a yard. And Sepulveda gets the snap. It's low, but once again, running back is met immediately in the backfield. And that looks like Jeffrey Clinton, number 34, on the tackle. It's going to be a loss of about 6 for the Panthers. The Twitter feed is active. Finally got a chance to open it up. And we got some shout-outs coming your way. Our streaming partners and all the support they're doing. We got Matt Horn. At MattHorn6 is the Twitter handle. At HSPN Sports watching from Orlando, #ChargeOn. Former Panther that played for the championship team. I see you, Matt. I see you yelling at me. Shout me out. I got you, man. Sepulveda back to throw. And it is over the head of both Panthers and Jaguar players. So it's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th down here for the Panthers in their own territory. Once again, not finding any success. Well, I shouldn't say any. Too much success. Still 0-0 score here in the first half of play. Second quarter, 8:42 on the clock and counting. Panthers send out their special teams unit. First time we saw their special teams unit today, they tried to fake things out and didn't work out so well, but hey, it's always nice to keep things interesting for us. Snapped back, and it is extremely delayed kick, almost like a rugby kick. It's fielded back deep into Jaguars' own territory, and it looks like it's going to be fielded at their own 19-yard line, and that's by Devon Samuels, number 5, for the Jaguars. Brooks and the Jaguar offense take the field once again, still trying to find success. And I want to give a big shout out to those that are watching tonight's game. Got some people regionally, internationally, even nationally. San Antonio, Texas, London, France, Portugal, Mexico, Ukraine, Brazil, Dallas, Tampa, Florida, Coconut Creek, all over the place. Jacksonville, West Point, we thank you for joining us tonight and watching tonight's game. Brooks is going to take his chances down the field to the intended wide receiver, and folks, the flag comes out. That was pass was intended to Devon Samuels, and it's going to be a penalty flag on. Going to move the ball forward here, and looks. Going to see where they spot it. Defense. And broken tackles. It's a gain of probably 6. 2nd and 4 for the Jaguars. Brooks once again lined up in the shotgun position. Got pistol formation with 4 wide receivers set. 3 to the near side of the field. They're going to give it off to Deion once again. He's going to try and bounce his way outside of the tackle to the far side, and he's going to come up with a decent gain. And if we get a pretty good spot here, it's probably going to be a first down. But we got people in the box that are probably calling it short. Maybe half a yard here. Cameron Brooks up under center. He's going to take it on his own. He's going to power his way through a Panther defensive line. He's going to come up with a first down. .7:02 on the clock here in the second quarter. A 0-0 score. Pistol formation, 3 wide receivers set, 2 to the near, and a big-time stop by the Panthers defense. My goodness. A great tackle by number 22 for the Panthers. And that's going to be Anquan Garland, the running back linebacker, class of 2018. On a great blitz and tackle. Second and long situation, probably 14 yards for a first down, and looks like we got a 4 wide receiver set for the Jaguars. Cameron Brooks back, joined by his running back. He's going to flush the pocket. He's going to feel the pressure, and he's going to make a couple moves, but nobody's open. And it's going to be sacked on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and long for the Jaguars. 5:45 on the clock here in the first half. Once again, homecoming night here for the Jaguars. Trips to the near side of the field. Brooks is going to see what he can do in the air. He's going to dump it off screen to the running back. It's going to be a short game, but at least positive yards on the books for the Jaguars in this possession. It's going to bring up 4th down and bring him back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 10. Special teams unit makes their way out. It's an interesting situation for both teams. Once again, 0-0 is on the scoreboard. Haven't found too much success in a very, very good punt by the Jaguars. And he's held up by a great tackle. And that looks like Alfonso Dixon is going to be on the tackle. It's going to bring up 1st 10. Panthers are going to be back in their own territory. Let's see where they spot the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Great punt by the Jaguars. 4:48 on the clock, left in the first half. 0-0 on the scoreboard. Once again, Twitter feed is active. At HSPN Sports is the handle. At HSPN Sports is the handle. You can hit us up at any point during the broadcast. We see you tuned in from all over the world. It's always nice that you guys join us. Wish we knew who it was all the time, but hey, if you give us a shout out, we'll know. Panthers offense makes their way back out on the field. Once again, deep into their own territory. Sepulveda is the starting quarterback for the Panthers. He's going to be alongside Michael Carrion, number 27 for the Panthers. And he's going to give it off to Carrion, just a simple toss play to the far side of the field, and Carrion's going to be taken down with a decent gain on the play. Going to be about 7-yard gain, maybe 8 on the play. Second down situation in short. Still deep into their own territory. Sepulveda back. We got a 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the far, and he's going to give it off to his running back one more time. He's going to push through a Jaguar defensive line and come up with a first down. Trips to the near side of the field. Panthers 1st and 10. Still deep into their own territory. Refs are taking a moment. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe equipment malfunction or chin strap or. And it is a equipment situation. He's going to send the left tackle off the field to get, I want to say maybe his chin strap readjusted. 1st and 10 once again. Sepulveda back. And he looks to give it off to his running back one more time. It's going to be up the middle. It's going to be a short gain. And folks, I don't know if you saw what I just saw, but there's a car on the track. Once again, homecoming night for the Jaguars, so I'm sure there will be something spectacular that happens during halftime. Speaking of halftime, 3:08 on the clock as we exit this first half of play. 0-0 still on the scoreboard. Offense is struggling to put points. Trips to the near side for field. He's going to have wide receiver double coverage. He's going to take a chance, and he's just going to throw it over the head in hopes that it doesn't get picked off. It's going to be incomplete pass. 3rd down situation here for the Panthers. Once again, just a reminder on the Twitter feed. Score updates all night long during the live broadcast. So not only action up here in the booth on the field, but action going on all around the town. Sepulveda back with trips, same formation. He's going to get the snap, and whistles are going to be blown immediately. It's going to be a flag on the play. And that's going to be on the Jaguars this time. The defense is going to be encroachment. It's going to be 3rd down and short situation here for the Panthers. Catching a break on the encroachment call. .235 on the clock and counting here in the first half. Making our way into halftime. We got 4 running backs in the backfield. Zoom in on this for you. It's going to be a direct snap to the running back this time. and he's just going to be swarmed and not going to have a chance. Another short gain, and that was number 11 that got the ball. Direct snap to Ronald Fleurville. He's listed as quarterback/athlete, class of 2019, and it's going to bring up a little confusion here, but I guess he did come up with the first down. A great spot for the Panthers, and that's going to bring up a first down and 10 situation. Still in their own territory, just short of their own 45-yard line.
Pinch. Hey, tell Diedrich to come up a little bit. He came up too far back from that tackle.
Once again, Ronald in the quarterback position. 3 running backs. He's going to take the direct snap, and he's just going to be flooded by a host of Jaguars. It's going to be a tackle for a loss and just not getting the push they need for that play call. Going to break up a second down for the Panthers offense. Second and long situation. A little confusion here on the field for the Panthers offense. Sepulveda back in the quarterback position. It's going to be in shotgun. Trips to the far side of the field. And they're going to see what they can do in the air. Sepulveda is flush out of the pocket. He feels the pressure, and he's going to be thrown to the ground. And not hearing a whistle, so the ball's going to be picked up. But as you can see, the whistle's going to be blown, and they're going to call that ball dead. It's going to be a sack for the Jaguars. Defense stepping up. 42 seconds on the clock and counting here in the first half. Closing things out. Once again, 0-0 score here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs. Not too much excitement out here on homecoming night, but offense is not really feeling too much success here. So, second and long situation. I want to say there might have been a flag on the play, and yes, there is a flag on the play. What was the flag? On who? What team? What team? 20? It's going to be a personal foul after the play. Got to find out who it's against. And it's after the play, it's against the Jaguars. And the Panthers are going to make their way towards the end zone with penalties. Couple more shout-outs coming your way from the Twitter feed. Gainesville, Florida, thank you for joining us. New York and Minneapolis. And obviously taking a timeout, and we too will take a timeout from action. Once again, the Twitter feed is active, and I want to give a special shout-out. We've had a viewer that's joined us for the past couple weeks, and unfortunately our social media crew has completely avoided them for the past couple weeks. And shout-out to I want to say the Twitter handle is @JuliaJoyE, and that is once again @JuliaJoyE. She's been watching the games for a couple weeks now and has been saying, hey, where's my shout-out been? And, we've just hadn't been doing our job as good as we should have been. So big shout-out to @JuliaJoyE on the Twitter feed for tuning in every week. And hopefully she's tuned in tonight to this homecoming game. But I guess we'll see throughout the broadcast. Anyways, personal foul into a timeout. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. And not only are they going to close out the half, they're going to get the ball back in the second half. Trips to the near side of the field. Sepulveda alongside his running back in the backfield. Ball's back. Sepulveda looks like he's going to throw a little screen. to the running back. He's going to see the open field and take advantage of the opportunity. Michael Carrion, number 27, is the running back. And he's pushed out of bounds deep into Jaguars territory. 34 seconds and a first down for the Panthers. And it looks like we got another personal foul against the Jaguars. Not sure if it was during or after the play, but hey, we might see possible points on the board here. The first time tonight in his homecoming game, and it possibly could be for the Panthers. So if they do everything right, no mistakes, then we might see a touchdown here. First and goal for the Panthers. Yeah, first time tonight this close to the end zone. And we'll see what Sepulveda can do here. Or excuse me, it's going to be Michael Carrion with a direct snap right up the middle, folks. He's going to power his way through, and we're going to wait for a signal. And they're going to mark it short. It's going to be a gain about 7 on the play for the Panthers. And Michael Carrion, the running back, is just going to take a direct snap, and we got a penalty call. It's going to be a holding on the Panthers. Going to bring him back. Still first and goal, but the Panthers are going to be pushed back to their own 19-yard line. Once again, another timeout on the field. You can watch HSPN all over the place. Bleacher.com, we thank you for streaming tonight's game, as well as FloridaHSFootball.com, Florida Gridiron Preps, and High School Football America. We thank our streaming partners for helping us produce these games on a weekly basis and all the traffic they bring to these student athletes that are featured tonight. At HSPN Sports is the Twitter handle, and we give a shout out to those that made this broadcast possible tonight. At Florida High School Football, City News Magazine, M&L Insurance, Remax and Vantage Realty, and Premier Networking Alliance. Thank you for your support of the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation and HSPNSports.com, the student athletes that are participating in tonight's game. All right, still first and goal from their own, the Jaguars' 19-yard line. So, had a holding penalty that took them way back. And 23 seconds on the clock, still 0-0 score. We got double wide receiver set, and we got Sepulveda. He's going to take his chances down the field. It's going to be up in the air, and folks, he's going to come down with the ball. It's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. Just with seconds left in the first half, and points are on the board, 6 to be exact for the Panthers. And they're going to see their first points. That looks like number 6 on the touchdown, and a lot of excitement. Special teams unit makes their way out to the field. And checking out the roster right now, number 6 is Shakira Williams. He's a wide receiver, cornerback, 2018 is his class. So points on the board for the Panthers. Snapped back. It's up. Waiting for the signal. Through the uprights. Folks, that's 7 points. First points on the board of the night here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs. We finally get to see some action. One of the offenses figured it out, and we got some good action. You're watching high school football game day this homecoming night for Coral Glades Jaguars host the Coral Springs Charter Panthers. And not only this homecoming night, but a district matchup in their Florida Gulf Coast Independent Conference. So we thank you for joining us here tonight on HSPNSports.com, or wherever you may be joining us from. Any of these platforms, we thank our streamers for helping us produce tonight's game. Here from sunny South Florida, just love being under the lights and love bringing you some of the best football in the nation. With only seconds on the board, Jaguars are probably going to end this half on the offensive side. 17 seconds to be exact. 7-0 is the score for the Panthers. Kickoff team back to kick off. Kick is up. It's decent. And probably back to their own 7-yard line. Jaguars are going to take it. He's going to break a couple tackles, but be brought down deep into their own territory. A host of Panthers on the tackle. It's going to give the Jaguars offense 6 seconds to figure out what they can do here on offense.
You guys need to talk through a little hook and ladder. They'll never see it coming.
6.9 to be exact.
That's no fun. Statue of Liberty play, bro.
Jaguars are going to get one more shot. Cameron Brooks up under the center, and he's going to take a knee. They're going to take it to halftime, folks. Here on this homecoming night, 7-0 is the score. Heading back into the locker rooms. And the Jaguars trailing here. Once again, we thank you for joining us here tonight from HSPNSports.com. Ryan Stout bringing you the action here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs. Once again, we give a shout out to those that made this broadcast possible tonight. Florida High School Football, City News Magazine, M&L Insurance, Remax and Vantage Realty, and Premier Networking Alliance. Thank you for your support tonight, student athletes. We can get into some homecoming festivities here from the Sportsplex. Got a couple bands out on the field, as well as some interesting, got a car out here. And they're going to do homecoming court, all that jazz. We're going to leave the cameras running for you so you get a chance to experience just your typical high school sporting event here on a Friday night. And we're going to take a quick break. And don't forget, Twitter feed is active at any point during the broadcast, even during halftime. We're still active on the Twitter feed at HSPN Sports. You can hit us up. Going to take some time here. Take a little break. Hope you can stay with us, even if you're not watching. We'll be back in 14 minutes. Stay with us. And we're back to live action here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs, Florida. The Panthers lead the charge here tonight. 7-0 is the score on this homecoming night for the Coral Glades Jaguars. Panthers back to receive here in the second half of play. Hopefully we got some good halftime speeches to get things pumped up for both teams. Both struggling on offense tonight to find any success. Panthers putting first points on the board with only seconds left to spare in the first half, and now they get the ball back to kick things off. Once again, we thank you for joining us here tonight on HSPNsports.com. Ryan Stout bringing the action here from the booth. We love bringing you Friday night under the lights. The Twitter feed is active. I see a couple people, a couple former Panther athletes that played on the championship team. For those that don't know, the Coral Springs Charter Panthers won the championship last year. And, folks, we got an open thing here in the first return of the second half. My goodness, you thought he had taken it all the way, but Jaguars catch him deep into their own territory. But there is definitely a flag on the play. That's number 23 for the Panthers. And that's going to be a holding call. They're going to bring it back against the Panthers. But a couple shout-outs here to future Hendricks at the real Kalen. Let's go. 6, prime time. And underscore JM10 at John Multimore is just score update. 7-0 Charter up versus Coral Glades. Hashtag Panther Pride. Thanks for joining in tonight. .com, and a big return by the Panthers has and they're going to keep it on the ground once again. Michael Carrion is the running back. He's not only going to break a couple tackles, but he's going to break away from the pack. And, folks, he's going to be tripped up, my goodness, by a Jaguar deep into their own territory. Number 21 with a shoestring tackle for the Jaguars. And on that second and short, they're going to convert 1st and 10 deep into Panthers territory. Going to find out who did that tackle. Number 21, Dedrick Flint, the sophomore cornerback. Just straight effort right there, folks. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10. Looks like from the Panthers' own 20-yard line, or excuse me, Jaguars. Sepulveda back. He's going to take a chance in the air this time. He's going to just let it float in the front of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver. It's going to bring him back to the line of scrimmage. And second down and 10 situation. Jaguars defense trying to hold on by a thread here. Panthers with the momentum. Trips to the far side of the field. Sepulveda in the shotgun position. Jaguars, showing blitz. And we got a penalty flag on the field. And it looks like encroachment. 5-yard penalty against the Jaguars. Inching the Panthers forward into touchdown territory. It's going to bring up a 2nd and about 5 for Sepulveda and his Panther offense. Doubles wide receiver set to both sides of the ball. Sepulveda is going to roll out to the far side of the field. He's going to have plenty of time to do it, and he's going to throw it to a wide open wide receiver, and folks, just waiting on the call. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. Don't know what they did during halftime, but got these guys motivated. And with the efforts of Michael Carrion, taking them into Jaguars, deep into Jaguar territory. That's going to be number 11, Renaud, the young athlete for the Panthers, on the touchdown. Renaud Flourville, he's listed as quarterback athlete for the Panthers, and he's going to put 6 on the board. Special teams unit, extra point is out. It's up, and it's good, folks. Through the uprights, 14 points on the board for the Panthers here in the Sportsplex in Coral Springs. Something got them fired up to get back out here for this offense. They're going to bring out the special teams unit. For both Cole Glades back to return and definitely see the frustration on the Jaguars defense for giving up such a big gain. Once again, Michael Carrion really with the efforts of putting the Panthers into touchdown territory. Had a huge play from the running back position. He just took it probably 40, 50 yards down the field. A penalty, and then a wide open wide receiver. Sepulveda put it on the money. Renaud Flourville is going to put 7 points on the board for the Panthers. Kicking team for the Panthers take the field. Coral Glades offense is going to get a chance. 10:01 on the clock here in the second half of play. Both teams ready to kick it off. Panthers back. Kick is up. It's going to be end over end, deep into Jaguar territory. It's returnable, but not enough to get them out of their own territory. It's going to bring them out to their own 15-yard line. Probably a better chance just letting it bounce into the end zone. And another shout out here from the Twitter feed from Matthias Gask. And the Twitter handle is at mgask _41. Panthers only going to keep doing what we've always done to those Jags. Hashtag Panther Pride. Thank you for joining. That's a former Panther.
I just reset it. We're good. Hello.
And there's going to be a penalty flag on the field. Jaguars going to take the field on offense, led by quarterback Cameron Brooks. Just waiting on the call here. That's going to be against the Panthers. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's going to move Jaguars forward. And some decent field position this time. They're going to start things off with a 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Led by Brooks in the pistol formation. Dion Gonzalez Laporte in the pistol. Doubles wide receiver set with a tight end. Got 2 to the far. Let's get things underway. Brooks is going to hand it off to Dion this time. He's going to try and take it out to the far side, right off tackle. He's going to be met by a host of Panthers, but come up with a short gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Jaguars. .9:17 on the clock and counting here in the second half, third quarter. Brooks in the shotgun. He's going to dump it off to the bubble screen to the near side of the field. It looks like Sam Oshadi, but don't quote me on that one. He throws down a Panther defender, and he's going to come up with a big game. And it is number 6, Sam Oshadi. Quick bubble screen to the near side of the field. Gets a good block, and he's got the speed to catch the edge. That's going to bring up a first down. And out to the 50-yard line for the Jaguars. Brooks back to throw it again. Bubble screen to the far side this time. And Sam Oshadi is the receiver, and he's going to make his way through the Panthers' backfield. And he comes up with a big gain for the Jaguars. It's going to bring up another first down. The Chains are marching down the field right now, folks. Still 7-0 score. The Panthers lead here on this homecoming night for the Jaguars. First and 10 in Panthers territory. Doubles, wide receiver set. You got two to the far. Brooks in the backfield with Dion. Brooks is going to roll out to the far side of the field. He's going to take his chances on his own with his legs. And he's going to come up with a gain, a big gain, about 9 yards on that play. Just take his chances with his legs, and he comes up successful. And currently have a flag and a Panther player down on the field. So they're going to tend to him. And as they tend to him, we're going to take a moment to recognize those that made this broadcast possible. Florida High School Football, City News Magazine, M&L Insurance, Remax and Vantage Realty, and Premier Networking Alliance. Also, Twitter feed's active at HSPN Sports is the Twitter feed. I see it's getting some action right now from some former Panthers. And it looks like another former Panther, Mike Aqua. I want to say that's Mike Aquaviva. And Twitter's at Mike Aqua21. Panthers continuing to do what we've always done against the team by the highway. Panther pride. And what he means, folks, is obviously you probably can see in the background, but Coral Glades, the school, is right by the Sawgrass Expressway. So just to clarify things for you. Jaguars with a first and 10. Brooks back to get the snap. He's going to give it off to Dion Gonzalez-Saporte this time. It's going to be a short but decent gain for the Jaguars, marching their way down the field into touchdown territory. Once again, 14-0 is the score. Panthers lead with 7:38 left in the third quarter. Brooks up under center this time. He's got three running backs in the backfield. He's going to give it off to one of them. Not sure who, but he's going to be just swarmed. He's got the scrum pile at the field, and the refs are finally going to blow the whistle. He's going to push his way forward, closer to that goal line. We're going to get an official spot here for you.
Run 4 yards, 34.
And that's going to bring up third and goal. Or first and goal on the 1 yard line. Potential points here for the Jaguars. If you're not watching, three running backs in the backfield. Panthers showing blitz. And Brooks is going to keep it up the middle this time with his running back. And we got excitement on the field. Jaguars put first points on the board tonight for homecoming. My goodness, it's been long enough. Finding success finally down by the pole. 6 points on the board for the Jaguars here in the second half, third quarter to be exact. And the extra point unit takes the field. Kick is up and it is blocked. Extra point. Whistles are blown. And Once again, Glades is trailing. That's going to be 6 points on the board, though. Positive yards, positive points for the Jaguars tonight. With 6:35 here in the third quarter, Jaguars find a little momentum. Setting out the special teams unit. Kickoff is going to make their way. Once again, we thank those that made this broadcast go viral tonight. Watch HSPN all over the place. Bleacher.com, FloridaHSFootball.com, FloridaGridironPreps.com, and HighSchoolFootballAmerica.com. We thank you for your support and being a live streaming partner throughout the seasons that HSPN Sports has produced. So, 14-6 is on the scoreboard. Jaguars trailing by 8 here on homecoming night. Jaguars back to kick. And fast. And it's going to be an offsides. Penalty flags on the field. And that flag is going to take the Jaguars back 5 yards and re-kick. Jaguars back to kick. Kick is up. It's short. Going to give Panthers great field position. He's going to be swarmed but taken down. And just quick score update around the town. And they're going to take a water break. And as they do that, we're going to check out what's going on around town. We got Piper Taravella still in the first quarter. 0-0 score. Last night, Thursday, Coral Springs took on Monarch. And Monarch came out on top 21-20. Against the Colts. Douglas plays tonight against Deerfield Beach. They should be playing right now. And at the half, the score is 21-3. Deerfield Beach leads. Panthers back on offense. Apologize for that. But that was 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. They're going to get a short gain, second. And it's going to be a no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 situation for the Panthers. Sepulveda has got trips to the near side of the field. And we're going to get penalty flags on the field. And some frustration for the offense. And it's going to be offsides on the Panthers offense. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Panthers. And repeat, 2nd down. 2nd and maybe 16, 17. Same formation, trips to the near side of the field. Sepulveda is going to get the snap, and he's going to give it off to his running back, Michael Carrion. And he's going to power his way through that Jaguar defensive line. And it's going to bring him back to the original line of scrimmage. And we got doubles to both sides of the field. Stack And Sepulveda's going to dump it off to Michael Carrion one more time to the far side of the field. Just a running back. Just a bubble. And it's going to be a big gain for the Panthers. Bring up a first down on the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Two running backs in the backfield for the Panthers. Sepulveda is going to give it off to his running back one more time. And it's going to be a decent gain on the play. It's going to be about a 5-yard pickup for the Panthers running back. It's going to bring the ball out to the 40-yard line. 4:31 on the clock, 14-6. Still the score here from the Sportsplex.
Yeah. I can't hear you. Say again. Nick?
Two running backs in the backfield. Got three wide receivers set. Two to the far. And they're going to go off to carry on one more time. It's going to a huge gain. Bust through into the secondary. Going to bring up a first down here for the Panthers. Marching their way down the field. Definitely have the momentum here in this game. Leading by 8 here in the second half. Once again, three wide receivers set here for the Panthers. Two running backs in the backfield. Sepulveda bounces off his hands over his head. It's a bad snap. And that's going to bring him back. It's going to be lost. At least 10 yards there, folks. And not a good situation here for the Panthers, especially with the momentum in their favor. 3:14 on the clock and counting here in the third quarter of play. Second and forever. And it looks like we lost Sepulveda. Looks like we got a direct snap in the backfield. Renaud, number 11. It's just going to take a direct snap to the far side of the field. Going to bring up third and forever for Coral Springs Charter. Sepulveda back in the game for the Panthers. Trips to the right side of the field. And a lot of action to the far side. The left side for the Panthers. It's going to be a penalty flag on the field. And it might be an offsides, might be unsportsmanlike. That's going to be a personal foul call against the Jaguars. That's going to, wow, you talk about a break here, folks. That's going to be, that's going to bring up a first down. Or no, excuse me. It's still third down, but back to the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. And refs are going to take a second to talk.
What'd he say? No. He jammed him. Don't blame me.
All right. 3rd and 9 situation. Sepulveda in the backfield alongside his running back. Double wide receiver set. And they're going to dump off the screen. And a wide open situation. Number 11, Ronald Florival, is going to make his way open field and a touchdown. Number 11, folks. Panthers back on the board. 6 points. Charter still in the lead. 20 points on the board for Coral Springs Charter. And Sepulveda is just going to dump it off to number 11, Ronald Florival. And he's just going to find his way down the field into the end zone. Extra point unit takes the field. Kick is up. And it is through the uprights, folks. That's 21 points on the board for the Coral Springs Charter Panthers. Here on this homecoming night for the Jaguars, not looking too good here for Coral Glades High School on this homecoming night. At HSPN Sports is the handle. You can hit us up at any point at, watch HSPN, Bleacher.com, FloridaHSFootball.com, Florida Gridiron Preps, and High School Football America tonight. We want to recognize those that made this broadcast possible. Florida High School Football, City News Magazine, M&L Insurance, Remax and Vantage Realty, and Premier Networking Alliance. But thank you for your support at the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation and HSPNsports.com. Panthers once again leading the charge here tonight. Found some momentum. Both teams finally putting up points here in the second half of play. 1:40 on the clock here in the third quarter. And Panthers lead by 2 touchdowns. 21-6 is the score. Kick is up. It's going to be a decent one. Returnable, though. Jaguars. It's going to get a great field position right here. Jaguars offense will take the field one more time, led by quarterback Cameron Brooks. It's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Jaguars in the pistol set. 2 wide receivers to the left side. And they're going to get it off to Dion. It's going to be a big gain and some more, folks. Just using his power and his speed to make his way down the field. The biggest gain tonight for the Jaguars. And Dion Gonzalez Laporte is going to find great success with his legs. And that's going to be, folks, at least a 40-yard pickup for the Jaguars offense. 1:19 on the clock and counting. Brooks back to throw it this time. It's going to be, looks like almost into the dirt, but Devon Samuels, it's going to be incomplete. It's going to look like it bounced off the ground into his hands. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Jaguars in Panther territory. Jaguars offense back to the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation for the Jaguars. Cameron's going to fake it off to Dion. He's going to take his chances in the air. He's going to roll out to the far side, and pass is going to come incomplete. And it's going to bring up a first down for the Jaguars in Panther territory. Still 21-6 on the scoreboard. And we got a penalty flag on the field. It's going to be holding. It's going to bring the Panthers back. 1:03 on the clock. Penalty flag is going to bring the Jaguars way back. Close to their, the Panthers' 40-yard line. Going to bring up second and forever. Cameron Brooks, he's going to roll out to his left side. He's going to throw it to the deep out and look for a call here because the pole's in the way. And it's going to be complete. And it looks like we got another flag on the field. We're going to see who it's against. And we're going to have a penalty call, ineligible man downfield against the Jaguars. And that's going to bring the Jaguars second down and about 35 yards. Trips to the left. Brooks isn't going to see anybody open. He's going to maneuver around the backfield, and he's going to take his chances downfield. It's going to be incomplete pass. It's going to bring up third down and long situation here for the Jags.
This thing's crashing off like every couple minutes now.
Four wide receiver set. Trips to the left side. Cameron Brooks is going to feel the pressure. He's going to reverse field one more time. See if anybody's open. And he's going to launch it down the field, folks. That's going to be incomplete pass to the intended wide receiver. It's going to bring up a fourth down here for the Jaguars. Another unsuccessful possession for the Jaguars offense. 16 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. And Jaguars are going to give it off to Charter. Snaps back. Punt is up. It's going to be short. It's going to be high. And it's going to get a not so good bounce. It's going to be short. Panthers going to take over. From their own 35-yard line.
No, this thing's crashing. This tool is as old as my blanket.
Yeah, you're a tool.
All right, Panthers take over on offense. First and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Sepulveda back to receive the snap. He gets it. It's a bad one. He's going to do just a quick toss out to his running back. And it's going to be a gain about 6 yards on the play. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter here, folks. We're going to bring it back down to the other side of the field. Once again, we thank you for joining us here tonight on HSPNsports.com. Here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs, Florida, we're bringing you high school football Friday night under the lights. From Coral Springs, Florida, Ryan Stout bringing you the action. Glad we can support these student athletes out here on the field. Once again, big shout out to those who made this go viral tonight. You can watch us all over the place, Bleacher.com, FloridaHSFootball.com, FloridaGridironPreps.com, and High School Football America. Thank you for joining us tonight. Obviously, we're checking out the Twitter feed. It's very much active with scores, updates, stuff that's going around the county. 21-6 is on the scoreboard. Panthers lead in tonight's football game. Panthers on offense. Sepulveda back to get the snap. He's going to fake the toss, and he's going to try and throw it down the field, and he does. It's complete. Looks like to number 6. And it is incomplete.
7 yards.
Ref's going to call it incomplete. And it looks like we got a penalty flag on the field. Going to back Charter up. It's going to be against Charter.
Minus 15. Minus 15. Put that down. Under flag.
They're going to be stacked on both sides. Sepulveda gets a snap, and he's going to give it off to his running back right down the middle. It's going to be a short gain, probably 2 yards. Once again, we're here in the fourth quarter of action here in this Friday night matchup. 21-6 is the score. Panthers still lead. Four wide receiver set. Sepulveda's got trips to the left side. He's going to roll out to his left side and dump it off to a wide open wide receiver on a quick out. It's going to be caught, and clock's going to run. Number 6 is the intended wide receiver, and he catches it. It's going to bring up a long fourth down situation, I think. Yeah, long fourth down. 4th and 11, and the punt team makes their way out on the field. Jaguars back to receive. Little rugby-style punt is up. And it's a decent one. But the Jaguars still in good field position. They're going to take the field with the offense. Going to be 1st and 10. Around the 35-yard line. Got 2 wide receivers set to the far side. Cameron Brooks is going to look to his left and dump it off to the quick screen. Just a little slip screen. Got to be complete and gain about 4 yards for the Jags. .10:01 on the clock. 21-6 is still the score here in the fourth quarter. Brooks in the shotgun position. He's got trips to his right, and whistles are going to be blown. It's going to be against the Panthers. It's going to be an encroachment call. It's going to move him 5 yards in the right direction. Still second down and a long one. Brooks still got trips to his right. He's going to look to his right. It's going to be just a quick screen. In and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver, and you can see the frustration. Trip still to the near side. Brooks this time is going to get it high enough. And Sam Oshadi is the wide receiver. He's going to get it and some more. Another penalty flag on the field. And there's a penalty, but also an injured player. Brooks got 3 wide receivers. He's going to look to the single set wide receiver. It's just a quick slant across the middle. And ref's looking for his flag, and it's definitely going to be pass interference against the Panthers. Going to be pass interference and just Jaguars marching down the field with penalty flags. And Panthers going to take a timeout here. As they take a timeout, we too will take a timeout. Stay with us. We're going to keep it live here from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs. We'll be right back. Back to live action. And Panthers are just going to plow, or excuse me, Jaguars just going to plow their way through the defense, and we're going to have change of possession here. Number 1, Dion Gonzalez Support is going to bust his way through a Panthers defensive line and secondary, and he's going to fumble it. Folks, give the Panthers the ball back in a critical situation. 8:49 on the clock, 21-6 is the score. Panthers offense take over in their own territory. Panthers are going to keep it on the ground this time. It's going to bring up a second down, a short gain. For the Panthers. 8 points on the board. Defense is going to do it for the Jaguars tonight. 8 points on the board for the Jaguars. 21-8 is the score. And guess what? The Jaguars get the ball back. 8:05 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Panthers will be set to punt the ball. So, excuse me, it's a free kick, so they can choose whether to punt it or kick the ball. So they're choosing the kickoff here, and it's going to be a boot. Wow, great kick over the heads of the return. And he's going to make a couple moves. Sam Oshadi is going to be pulled down to the ground by host Panthers. Recovered, and they're going to start this offensive possession in their own territory. 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Cameron Brooks in the backfield gets the snap. He's going to look to his right. He's going to throw the slant into the ground. It's going to be incomplete. Bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Jags. Brooks back to receive the snap. He's going to look down the field this time, see what he can do with his arm. Right down the middle. It's going to be in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver, and there's going to be a penalty flag on the play. Probably pass interference here. We're going to see what the call is. It's incomplete. Penalties against the Panthers. Be pass interference against the defense. Bring up a 1st down for the Jags. Got 3 wide receiver set for the Jags. He's going to look to the single side, and he's going to have a slant. It's going to be incomplete, out of reach of the wide receiver. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 7:45 on the clock. 21-6 is still the score.
Yeah, 12 men.
12 men on the field.
Broke with the huddle with 12.
And that's going to be against the Jags.
Jaguars. 12 man on the field. Ball goes back 5 yards. They're going to take it down and long. Dude, that kid number 7 is a freaking
Trips to the far side to Brooks, his left. Brooks is going to roll out to the trip side. He's got time, and he's going to dart it down the field into the sideline. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Pass was intended for number 5, Donovan Samuels.
He threw that ball and jumped back like 3 yards. Third and forever.
3rd down and about 16, maybe 17 for the Jaguars. Doubles wide receiver set. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Cameron's going to look out center of the field. He's going to have a wide receiver wide open, folks. And just, gosh, man, if you just reached out a little bit more. Going to bring up a 4th down for the Jaguars, and a very disappointing look. Punt unit now for the Jags. He's going to kick it. It's going to go straight up in the air. It's going to take it to midfield. Panthers are going to take over on offense with 7:23 on the clock. Panthers take over on offense. 1st and 10 from this midfield. And carry by Michael Carey on the running back. 21-6 still the score. 7:12 on the clock. Second and about 6 for the Panthers. Trips to Sepulveda's right. And he's going to give it off to the running back. He's going to fumble it, pick it right back up off the ground. Sepulveda is going to have probably the biggest gain for himself personally tonight. And there's going to be a penalty on the field, and it's going to be holding against Coral Springs Charter. Going to bring him back. Second and about 4 for the Panthers. Sepulveda is going to look down the middle of the field to an open wide receiver. And that's going to come up incomplete. It's going to break 3rd down for the Panthers. Five for the Panthers. 3 wide receivers set. Sepulveda is going to just do a quick toss out to his running back to his right side. Michael Carrion is going to just break a couple tackles and come up with a 1st down on a great gain for Panthers offense. .603 on the clock. 21-6 is still the score. Going to call a timeout on the field. As they take a timeout, we too will take a timeout. Stay with us. We'll be right back. First and 10 in Jaguar territory. Panthers are on offense. Sepulveda's got trips to his left side. He's going to give it off to carry on. Little zone read. And it's going to be a tackle for a loss. Second and long situation here for the Panthers. Sepulveda is going to drop back. He's going to look to his right side. He's going to be swarmed. He's going to be tackled. He's going to come up with a fumble, and it's going to be recovered. The Jaguars. Defense. Sepulveda is going to cough up the ball, and Jaguars are going to take over in Panthers territory. Got a player down on the field. .457 on the clock here in the fourth quarter of play, and that young man makes his way out the field on his own strength. Jaguars take over on offense. Cameron Brooks in the shotgun position. He's got doubles to both sides of the field. He's going to look to his right, and he's going to take a chance deep down the field. My goodness, folks, and it is caught with one hand by the Jaguars. He had coverage all over him, and he's just going to make separation. And, folks, that's going to be about a 40-yard pass. Number 14 on the catch. My goodness, folks. What a catch for the Jaguars. Got to check out number 14. And that is Anthony Spoto, the senior wide receiver for the Panthers. They're going to have first and goal just inside their own, the Panthers' 5-yard line. They're going to give it off to the fullback, and we're going to wait for a signal. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Jaguars. Here with just under, I want to say 4 minutes. Yep, 4:30 on the clock for the Jaguars in this homecoming game, and they got some momentum. 14-21 is the score. And the special teams unit makes their way. Kick is up. And the signal is good. 15 points on the board now for the Jaguars here on their homecoming night. 21-15 is the score, just one possession away for the Jaguars to win this football game. All they need is a touchdown and an extra point. And they are back in business. Once again, we thank you for joining us here tonight. And once again, at HSPN Sports is the Twitter handle. You can hit us up at any point. Watch HSPN all over the place. We thank our streaming partners for helping us produce this game tonight. And that's Bleacher.com, FloridaHSFootball.com, FloridaGridironPreps.com, and High School Football America. We want to thank those that made this broadcast possible tonight. Florida High School Football, City News Magazine, M&L Insurance, Remax and Vantage Realty, and Premier Networking Alliance. Thank you for your support of the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation and the student athletes participating in tonight's game. All right, Jaguars back on the board in business, just trailing by a touchdown. 21-15 is the score. And you might be asking, well, where's the 15 come from? They didn't go for two. The Jaguars got a safety late here in the fourth quarter. It's a pretty bad kick, but it's returnable for the Panthers. And a big-time hit by Jeffrey Clinton. And when I'm talking about a big-time hit, this guy might be on the ground for a while, folks. You might want to watch that one again. And the trainers are going to make their way out on the field. And as they tend to the student-athlete, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. And back to live action. The young man makes his way off the field after a big hit by number 34, Jeffrey Clinton, on the kickoff team. Hoping the best for that young man. And Panthers offense takes over deep into their own territory. They're going to start things off from their own 31-yard line. Sepulveda's got two running backs in the backfield. Two wide receivers to his left. He's going to give it off to Michael Carey on his running back. And he's going to plow his way through this Jaguar defensive line. 6-yard carry for Michael. 4:14 on the clock. Still 21-15 on the scoreboard. Just a quick score update from around your local schools. Douglas Eagles in the fourth quarter right now against District Deerfield Beach Bucks. Douglas is down 28-6 against Deerfield. Sepulveda's going to give it off to Michael Carey on one more time, and it is a big hit, folks. He's all over the place tonight. Jeffrey Clinton is the man to watch. My goodness, folks. He is met at the line of scrimmage and just blowing up people tonight, folks. Jeffrey Clinton, number 34. And we have another Panther on the ground, folks. Once again, that was Michael Carey on the carry, and he got popped hard by Jeffrey Clinton. Sepulveda is going to roll out to his right, and he's going to dump it off to a wide receiver, and he's just going to go in and out of his hands. He's going to bring up a 4th down for the Panthers. And another update. Today we have Piper and Taravella. They're in the 4th quarter, and Taravella's down 23-3. Piper is winning that game. Punt unit is out for the Panthers. Punt is up, and it is a decent one, folks. It's returnable, though. Punt is caught, and a decent gain. It's going to bring the Jaguars out. Probably their own 35-yard line. .312 on the clock. 15 points for the Jaguars. All it takes is just a touchdown. 6 points to tie it, 7 to win it. So an extra point win this offense can produce. Cameron looks to his right side. It's just a quick screen out to the side. Sam Oshadi is the receiver. He finds an opening and he reverses field, but not enough to get a 1st down, but a decent gain on the play. It's going to bring up about 7 yards, maybe 7 on the play. 2nd down and short for the Jaguars, and it is on. And they're going to do just a quick screen out to the side once again. It's going to be complete, and it's going to be a short gain, if any. 2:42 on the clock. Looks like we got a flag on the field. It's going to be a legal substitution against the Panthers. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, but a 1st down for the Jaguars. From their own 46-yard line, the Jaguars take over once again. 1st and 10 with 3 wide receivers set. Cameron's got 2 to his left. And he's going to give it off to Dion Gonzalez-Laporte. And he's going to plow his way through the defensive line and secondary, come up with a huge gain and a 1st down. And we got a 1st down for the Jaguars. 2:35 on the clock. A Jaguars call timeout. Jaguars take the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 for the Jags. Cameron's got 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and a running back in the backfield. Cameron gets a snap. He's going to pump the quick screen. He's got a wide open wide receiver down the field. Folks, Anthony Spoto is in the end zone. Jaguars tie the game up with just under 3 minutes left in this football game. It's homecoming night. Jaguars back in business. Special teams unit, take the field. Once again, Anthony Spoto wide open. Cameron Brooks pumps the screen and has a wide open wide receiver down the field. That's 6 points for the Jaguars here on homecoming night. All he's got to do is make this extra point. Snaps back, kick is up. Folks, it is through the uprights. The Jaguars take the lead for the first time tonight in this homecoming matchup. 22-21, Jaguars. With 2:27 left on the clock. This game is not over yet, folks. 2:27 on the clock. The game is far from being over. Panthers will send out the special teams unit back to receive. It gave me goosebumps. Fired up crowd out here on this homecoming night, on this home side. You got fired up student athletes and the Jaguars back to kick. Kick is up. End over end. It's going to be returnable and give the Panthers great field position. It's going to be brought down by a host of Jaguars, probably on their own 34-yard line. And the Panthers offense are going to get a chance to win this football game. Sepulveda and his offense take the field. He's got two wide receivers to his left, two running backs in the backfield alongside him. He's going to roll out to his left side, and he's going to reverse field. He's going to have a wide open running back, but it's just going to be outside of the reach of the intended wide receiver. He's going to bring up second down here for the Panthers. .213 on the clock and counting here in the fourth quarter. This isn't one you want to miss, folks. Sepulveda back in the shotgun position. He's going to motion a man across to his right side. He's going to drop back, and we're going to look for the screen here. It's going to be a screen, and he's going to be swarmed by a host of Jaguars and taken down in the backfield. And Panthers struggling to get the play. Sepulveda solo in the backfield. He's got trips to his right side. He's looking to his right side. He's going to take a chance down the field, folks. It's going to be way out of reach and almost in the hands of a Jaguar cornerback. It's going to be a fourth down. Fourth down situation here for the Panthers. 1:20 on the clock and counting. And it's do or die here, folks. Sepulveda takes the field with this Panthers offense. Alongside one running back, he's got four wide receivers, two to his right, two to his left. He's got the time. He's going to take the chance down the field. Pass is going to be incomplete. And folks, there's going to be a flag on the field. That's not what you want to see with almost 1 minute on the clock. Let's see what the call is.
It's from the spot, though.
It's going to be pass interference against the defense. That is not a good situation here for the Jaguars. 1:14 on the clock. And the Jaguars feeling the pressure here with a first down. Sepulveda with an empty set. 3 to his right, 2 to his left. And we got a false start against the Panthers. Repeat of first down. It's going to be 1st and 15 for the Panthers. 1:12 on the clock. Sepulveda once again in empty set formation. Solo in the backfield. He's got time. He's going to let it go early. It's going to be in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver. Bring up a 3rd down and long situation here for the Panthers. .109 on the clock and counting. Panthers. It says 2nd down, but thought it was 3rd. I guess it was a repeated down, so it is 2nd down and 15 for the Panthers. One back in the backfield. He's going to take his chances down the field one more time, and he throws it way over the head of the intended wide receiver. Going to be incomplete, and 3rd down and long for the Panthers. And quick score update. Final for Piper and Taravella. Piper defeats Taravella 23-3 in tonight's football game. .103 on the clock. 3rd down and 15 for the Panthers. Sepulveda, he's got plenty of time to throw it. He's going to take his chances down the field to a wide open wide receiver. It's going to be caught by number 5 for the Panthers, deep into Jaguars territory, and an exciting sideline. I'm looking around. I'm not seeing any penalty flags on the field. And folks, all it takes is getting in field goal position here for the Charter Panthers. It's not one you want to miss. 51 seconds on the clock. And Panthers on the prowl. Potential points here. All they have to do is get in field goal range. And this one could be over, folks. 40 seconds on the clock and counting. A lot of miscommunication on the field right now. They're going to keep it on the ground to number 4. It's going to be a 4-yard gain for the Panthers. 20 seconds on the clock and counting. And they're going to call timeout. 20 seconds on the clock. And Panthers call a timeout. 22-21 on the board.
He said like last night, you know that heavy like 3-bag. They do that too. They do that up here. They do? Yeah. We're close enough to do it, but with that time, I don't know how many timeouts they have. One. Not even at least one. 20 seconds. They at least one. Yeah, at least one.
That's the free bet 101, man.
And back to this live action, folks. This isn't one you want to miss. 22-21 is the score. The Jaguars are leading with 20 seconds left, and the Panthers have possession with a 2nd and 6 inside of the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Just a bunched up formation for the offense. And it's going to be a direct snap for the Panthers and some more. My goodness, folks, right through the pole. And the Panthers might score right here. We apologize for this massive pole once again. Can't do anything about it. It's going to be a 14-yard pickup. Probably more than 14 yards, being that the spot is probably on the 3-yard. With only 9 seconds left, folks, we have a massive pole in front of us. And they brought out the kicking team, and we're just going to do our best here. If you can look to the left, you can see the ref. And you look to the right of the pole, you can see the kicker and the holder. So remember, as you're watching this, just imagine there's no pole. So here's the situation. 9 seconds on the clock. Timeout is called. It's 1st and goal. And the Panthers are back to kick the ball. So once again, if you're watching it right now, there's a massive pole in the way, and there's nothing we can do about it. All you need to watch is just to the left of the pole, you see the ref right there. And whistles are blown. Jaguars icing the kicker, calling another timeout. Once again, if you're watching right now, you're going to look right here, just left of the pole. You're going to see right there, and then I'm going to back it up, and you're going to see the kicker and the holder. So, unfortunately, there's just nothing we can do about it, but I'm trying to do my best to direct traffic. All right, Panthers offense takes the field probably one last time. So as you can see, you got the kicker and the holder to your right of the pole, and you got the ref, the little old ref, just to your left. And whistles are blown. It's going to be encroachment against the defense. Probably half the distance to the goal line. And they're blowing whistles. And it looks like penalty flag is going to be on Glades one more time. Probably another half the distance to the goal line.
Yeah, there's 2 flags. Both sides. I got to write it down. You're right, Coach.
Now you can't see the kicker at all. Ball snapped. Kick is up. It's through the upright, folks. The Panthers take the lead with just 9 seconds left on the clock. My goodness, you talk about a game changer. Here in the second half, Ryan Shemtab is the guy to beat tonight. My goodness. And a very disappointed Coral Glades football team. 4.9 seconds on the clock. Get one more shot. Four 0.9 seconds on the clock. Jaguars get one more shot. Panthers back to kick. Ball is up. It's a decent one. End over end. But it's going to be returnable. What can they do with 4:09 on the clock? And folks, that's the ball game. A fantastic comeback by the Jaguars. And a ball caught down in Jaguars territory by the Panthers. A Hail Mary toss down the field, and it is caught, and result is a touchdown. Folks, we're calling it here tonight. Ryan Stout bringing you the action here on HSPNsports.com. We thank you for joining us here tonight. We're bringing you the action next week. We're calling it here tonight from the Sportsplex in Coral Springs. We thank you. Good night.